Amazon. Notification.
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for Seattle. It'll be in effect from December 2nd, 10 a.m. PST until December 3rd, 10 a.m.
Yeah. Alright. Amazon. Flash briefing.
Jamie, getting your flash briefing. In NPR News.
NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. Moments ago, President Biden signed legislation imposing a labor contract on freight rail unions. The bill makes it illegal for the rail unions to strike. A potential walkout could have occurred
Illegal
next
to
week.
strike?
Biden asked Congress to
You can't
step
make it
in.
illegal to
He
strike.
says a
Give
rail
him
strike
the
could have
F you
triggered a
and strike
national
all y'all want
economic
to.
catastrophe. The
No
Democratic
president
Party
has
is
that
shaking
power.
up the order in which states hold their
Strike if
presidential
you want.
dominating contests.
Show
As
that
NPR's
president
Barbara
what an
Sprunk
idiot he
reports,
is.
it's likely that Iowa will lose its decades-long status as the
President
first
don't have the right to
contest
make
in
you
the
not
nation.
strike.
The Rules and Bylaws Committee of the DNC is meeting to discuss and vote on a recommendation of a handful of states to hold their primaries in
Is
an
it
early
not
window
obvious
in
the government is
2024,
corrupt?
ahead of Super Tuesday in March.
Get rid of
States that
them.
move to the top of the lineup will get a
We'll just
boost
have
in
state
political power,
govern
not to
state.
mention the economic advantages of having campaigns
That's
set up
kind of
shop
crap.
ahead of elections. There's been concern
Corruption
among some
starts at the
Democrats
top
in
and works
recent
its way
years that
down.
Iowa is not racially representative of the Democratic Party. The committee heard pitches from 17 states over the
They tell
summer
me I
and
couldn't
is weighing
freaking
factors like demographic
walk out, I'd
diversity and
walk out.
competitiveness in a general election. Once the committee makes its decision, it will send its recommendation
Let
to
that
the
have to
full
leave the
DNC
state.
for a vote in January. Barbara Sprunk, NPR News,
If I was planning to walk
Washington.
out
The
and they
House
made it
January
illegal,
6th committee is meeting
heck with that,
behind
I'm
closed
walking out.
doors today. Members are deciding whether to make criminal referrals for Donald Trump, the former president. He has refused the panel's subpoena to testify about the attack on the U.S. Capitol. A federal judge will hear arguments
Y'all
today
love
in a
Biden,
legal
but
challenge
he's
to
making it
Oregon's
illegal
new
to walk out.
voter-passed gun safety regulations. Oregon Public Broadcasting's Jonathan Levinson reports the lawsuit was brought by gun rights activists.
In a court filing, they
That
argued
sound like somebody
provisions
you want in
requiring gun
charge?
buyers to get a permit before purchasing a
wanna
firearm
rethink your
and banning
voting.
magazines holding more than 10 rounds violate the Second Amendment right to bear arms. The plaintiffs are asking the judge to issue an injunction barring the new law from going into effect next week. In a response filed this week, State Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum said high-capacity magazines are not necessary to operate a firearm, and therefore banning them does not violate the Second Amendment. Neither does the permit requirement.
It's
she wrote,
necessary to
citing
go
a
up
recent
against
Supreme
government
Court
that's
ruling.
got 'em.
This is one of 3 lawsuits
And that
seeking
is in
to
the
block
amendment,
new
the
law.
Second
For
Amendment.
NPR News, I'm Jonathan Levinson.
That's the whole
from
point
Portland.
of it.
Lava is still flowing from Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano. No structures are threatened, but the lava is creeping toward a key highway
is
that
corrupt.
connects 2 cities on Hawaii's Big Island. Ken Hahn is with the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory. He says the lava is more than
Illegal to
3
walk
miles
off the
away
drive.
from the road.
At this kind of rate, it would take at least a week for it to reach the highway.
The Mauna Loa lava is slowing down as it reaches more flat areas at the base of the volcano. Stocks are lower on Wall Street. The Dow is down nearly 200 points. This is NPR. The Kremlin
wanna
is
strike,
downplaying an
strike.
offer by President Biden to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin. NPR's Charles Mills reports Biden had suggested the possibility of talks provided that the discussions focused on ending the war in
Biden ain't
Ukraine.
suggesting nothing.
Speaking to reporters, Kremlin spokesman
He's just
Dmitry
reading
Peskov
stuff.
said
He ain't
President
doing a good
Putin
job of
always
reading the
remained
prompter.
open to peace negotiations, so long as they helped secure Russia's national interests. But Peskov said Biden's demand that Putin, quote, pull out of Ukraine made new discussions unlikely for now. The U.S. still refuses to recognize the new territories of Russia, said
What kind of
Peskov,
BS is that?
in reference to 4 regions of Ukraine the Kremlin claimed to have annexed in September. That annexation move was widely condemned by the
Let
international
me reinterpret
community
that.
as
If you
illegal.
strike,
The
we're going
Kremlin
to
has
find
never
you.
managed to secure military control over
We're
the
gonna try
Ukrainian
and throw you in
territories
jail.
it now says are part of the Russian
Well,
Federation.
guess what?
Charles
If
Maines,
we get thrown
NPR
in jail,
News,
it's still a
Moscow.
strike.
A federal appeals court panel
Finding.
has overturned a
That's terrible.
lower court judge's decision in a case involving documents seized from former President Donald Trump's Florida estate. The panel ruled the lower court judge was wrong to name a special master to review the seized documents. The panel's ruling means the Justice Department can access and use all the unclassified as well as the top secret documents recovered. Wintry weather is flowing over the northern Rocky Mountains and Upper Plains states. Winter weather warnings and advisories are posted from Utah to northern Minnesota. Forecasters are warning of frigid wind chill temperatures. These could feel like 35 degrees below zero in Montana and North Dakota. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.
How do we reinvent ourselves?
Amazon.
And what
Skip.
In NASA news, NASA has awarded the Architect Engineer Services contract for environmental compliance and restoration services to Jacobs Engineering Group Incorporated of Dallas to provide environmental compliance, monitoring, and remediation services at the Santa Susana Field Laboratory, SSFL, located in Ventura County, California.
Well, that sounds legit. It's even in the title of
Astronauts
the
aboard the
company.
International Space Station will conduct a pair of U.S. spacewalks in December to install rollout solar arrays to increase electrical power in support of station operations and scientific research. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson welcomed Vice President Kamala Harris and French President Emmanuel Macron to NASA headquarters in Washington Wednesday.
What the heck they gonna do? Observe?
NASA shared a response Wednesday on an independent review board established to assess plans and goals for the next generation of Earth-observing satellites.
Can we do that?
NASA's Earth System
You got money?
Observatory,
Yeah,
a
okay,
cutting-edge
cool.
suite of spacecraft that will forward understanding of our changing planet. NASA announced Monday it intends to cancel development of its GeoCarb mission and instead implement a plan for pursuing alternate options to measure and observe greenhouse gases. In weather. In Seattle, there's a winter weather advisory in effect Friday, December 2nd, 10 a.m. to Saturday, December 3rd, 10 a.m. The current weather is 34
Alright.
degrees Fahrenheit with flurries.
Cool.
Today, you can look for snowy, rainy weather with a high
Amazon.
of 40 degrees.
Off. Amazon. Tell us a joke.
What do you call an elephant on hockey skates? An icebreaker.
Oh, wow. That's terrible. Have a good day, everyone.